all ages, even your littlest ones are sure to have fun on board. Just make sure they sit in the center of the tram. We will be jumping and jostling, rocking and rolling. We want to make sure everyone stays nice and safe. Little ones can sit on your lap if you want them to. Just make sure you are also in the center of the tram. And if you're leaving our plaza, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello, travelers. Welcome. Right this way.
On one of our fleet's first electric trams, but today is a very special day because you are joining us here at our 60th anniversary celebration. That's right, 60 years of studio tour history to explore today. My name is Dimitri and I'll be your tour guide as I take you around nearly 400 active acres of studio lot on the world's biggest, busiest, and longest continuously running studio. And I'd like you to pay attention to the screens that say warning. Now folks, the screens that say warning will never ever be in 3D. I promise I will let you know when to wear those 3D glasses, but for now, they are not currently needed. They don't make the greatest pair of sunglasses anyway. Now if you need any sort of guest assistance or have a medical emergency, or let's say you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or have any sound or video issues, just reach up and grab that red cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe for me to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please stay seated and keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. And please keep small children away from the edge of the tram. Remember to use that red cord above your head if you need any sort of assistance, as the studio is private property. So if you drop your phone, or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull that cord and remain seated at all times. Please no smoking and or vaping of any kind during the studio tour. And be prepared, our tour today features loud noises, sudden tram movements, fire effects, and many water effects. So you want to have those cameras out for some great photo opportunities, but please keep an eye on those cameras so they don't get wet. And finally, for your safety and those around you, please no selfie sticks or flash photography while on board the tram. With all of this out of the way, we are exiting the theme park and heading down to the real working movie studio. Here to help us get things started, it's our first celebrity guest, the master of ceremonies for our 60th anniversary, Jimmy Fallon.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon. Welcome aboard the world famous studio tour. I know what you're thinking. Why the cut? Well, we're celebrating our 60th anniversary. A great 60 years of glitz, glamour, and our own great white shark. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we'll pay tribute to Universal's past, take you behind the scenes and discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your first visit or your 60th, get ready for fun, excitement, and an experience like no other.
As we travel down the Universal Studios timeline, let's take a look back to history. It all started on March 15, 1915, when our founder Carl Luckey opened our gates to the public to invite them to see how movies were being made. Now, the days of silent film, guests could walk from set to set and marvel at the new technology involved in filmmaking, but with the invention of sound effects, the need for quiet on set on plastic walking tour ended. With the 1960s coming around, our then company chairman Lou Wasserman, as well as executives Al Thorson and Jay Stein, provided the idea of a studio tour with a great line customers originating in Hollywood to make a stop at our gates. From there, on July 15, 1964, our first red, white, and striped glamour trams made their way to the lot for a 2-hour studio tour, holding 67 passengers. Our tour only started with 2 guides, 2 drivers, and from there we expanded with classic Hollywood elements like the Bernie House and the rock slide, which were in this area of the lot in the 1970s and 80s. In the 80s, we actually expanded our studio tour trams capacity, and in the 2000s, we added in these screens, making our trams a movie theater on wheels. And even in the last 5 years, well, we started to go electric. We're running on one of our fleet's first electric trams right now. But you know, let's see where the studio tour will take us today. Our first stop is at the end of the Universal Studios timeline, passing up more current movie posters like our Best Picture Award winner Oppenheimer and the Super Nintendo Brothers movies. Over to your right-hand side, we have Super Nintendo World, and over to your left, we have our front lot sound stages. Before 1964, this area of the Universal Studios front lot wasn't really accessible to the public. Although after our studio tour began, we had Areas you can visit like the dressing room of comedy legend Lucille Ball, the office of Oscar award-winning costume designer Edith Head, and you can even drive through the prop warehouse via tram. These days, a lot of filming goes on in this area, but you actually might be familiar with part of the lot that guests used to visit to your right-hand side. Companies like Illumination Studios call our lot home, or companies that don't call our lot home like HBO and Apple TV. Our goal at the end of the day is to bring your favorite stories to life. And while bringing those stories to life requires a lot of filming in our Universal Studios front lot sound stages, a lot of that filming can also happen on the Universal Studios back lot, which is exactly where we're headed right now. Here to introduce us to the back lot, once again, our master of ceremonies for our 60th celebration, Jimmy Fallon.
We're about to cross the imaginary boundary onto the back lot, where we have exterior sets for many outdoor scenes. Over the last 60 years, studio tour guests have seen these locations turn into big cities, quiet suburbs, even that guy's hometown, and that guy, for countless movies and TV shows. This is Universal's Metro Sets.
Was home to a studio tour classic, and here to tell you about it is one of the stars of Universal's 2005 King Kong. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Black, everybody, our next 60th anniversary guest.
Hands up action. Did you know the Metro sets were once the home to Hollywood's biggest star? Right here is where the original studio tour King Kong attraction resided from 1986 until 2008. He stood 30 feet tall and weighed in at 13,000 pounds. Over the years, millions of guests got to meet King Kong face to face as he shook the tram. So close you could feel his hot banana breath.
Now we are passing by some active production to your
That
right.
it? I believe that's my last line, and then the tram moves on to the next thing.
It does move on to the next thing, but I did want to point out that sign, those signs of active production to your right-hand side, as we prepare for filming tomorrow for the TV series Bel Air here in the Metropolitan sets, which you can see in both seasons 1 and 2. But we are also ready to head on to the next thing, venture off the beaten path, and journey over to King Kong's Skull Island, the 2005 Peter Jackson film. As we head on over there,
Well, it's through with Universal Collection of Veterans Skull Island. It's great. Now, I created this 3D
but before we return to Skull Island, a few quick safety reminders are in order. Folks, please take this opportunity to move small children away from the edge of the tram, especially there in car 3. If I can ask some help communicating with my party, yes, there we go, fantastic. The wildlife on Skull Island gets a little bit aggressive from time to time, so we just want to make sure everybody's safe. So please secure your personal belongings, please do not use flash photography, and please remain seated as we journey back to Skull Island. ladies and gentlemen, folks, friends, and moviegoers of all ages, that was King Kong 360 3D. Congratulations to those of you who survived. Now, I promise I'll let you know when to wear those 3D glasses once again, but in the meantime, much like we say in show business, the show must go on, and we are heading on to our next destination here at the studio tour. With that being said, we are heading towards another classic here on the studio tour, our replica of Amity Island, the 1975 creature feature Jaws from Steven Spielberg. Before we head on over there, let's hear a little bit about the making of the Jaws attraction. Okay, update. We're not quite going to Amity Island yet. They are, if I'm being totally honest with you folks right now, we are being thrown some curveballs right now. This is not our standard studio tour route. In fact, I didn't know where we were going until 10 seconds ago. So we're going to be doing some loop-the-loops today. We're going to be doing some reruns. And now, take two, action. We have made it all the way to the oldest sets here on the Universal Studios lot. Welcome to 6 Points, the home of the Western. Now, not only is this the oldest set here on the Universal Studios lot, it's also the home of the original studio tour. In the 19-teens and 20s, you could pay 25 cents on Lancashire Boulevard. You could walk onto the Universal Studios lot, and from there, you would sit on bleachers surrounding these sets and watch the movies as they were made. Because this was the days of silent films, you could cheer for the good guys and boo for the bad guys. A lot of things have changed since then. Many cowboys have earned their spurs here. For instance, at the Opera House to your right-hand side, which we just passed here in Car 1. You might have seen the Opera House in Quentin Tarantino's ninth film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. Or maybe you've seen this area in Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, but this area is rich with studio tour history, though we will only be making a very brief stop. As we head on forward, we're going to head through Old Mexico, which you might have seen in Paramount Pictures of Nacho Libre, The Three Amigos, maybe you've seen it in HBO's TV series Westworld, and even Lady Gaga's music video Judas, featuring Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead. As we roll forward, well, there's a lot going on traffic-wise. You know what they say, traffic is always terrible here in Los Angeles, and the Universal Studios lot is no exception. We're going to find out what our next turn is in just a second, folks. You know, as they say, never let them know your next move, and we certainly aren't. Alright, folks, we are heading up to an action-packed location here on our studio tour. We are heading up to Amity Island, so, you know, pretend I didn't. Oh, you guys know the word? Everybody now. Watch that scene. Oh, okay, that's a little more sinister than previously anticipated. Does anybody have eyes on George? Oh, there he is. Hey, George, you want to get out of the water, bud? Well, alright, it seems that George is taking care of our shark problem for the moment. And one quick note on safety, folks. We should be totally safe as long as nobody stands up. The sharks can only smell you if you're standing. Although I will say, George's sacrifice has also not been in vain. It allows us to hide behind these things, very safe barrels of gas. Don't worry, I would never gaslight you guys about your safety, right? Congratulations on surviving Bruce the Shark, folks. Now, you might not have actually seen this area in the movie Jaws. The Amazon, you know, is on the east coast of the United States, but you might have seen this area in Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury, where this area played Captain Boat. Now, we're heading on from one practical effect here on the studio tour here in Amity on to our next over in Old Mexico. Here to take us to this next classic effect is Today's Show co-host and weather anchor Al Roker.
Don
my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special effect. In fact, to demonstrate how weather effects are created, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way back in 1968. Welcome to the only part of the back lot with a 100% chance of rain. The Flash Flood.
So, what exactly is a practical effect? Well, a practical effect is a little bit different than something like CGI, just a phone or a camera to start filming. Now, the three simple ingredients that make this rainstorm so realistic? Pretty simple. We have a little bit of lightning from a strobe light back towards cars 3 and 4, and that's followed by the thunder from speakers all surrounding us. What really brings this to life, though, elevates it to the next level, is our very advanced technology that we attach to all of the buildings surrounding us. We call them sprinklers. That's where most of the water that you see is coming from. But not all the water. Congratulations on surviving our flash flood. The rest of this water comes from multi-thousand-gallon tanks at the top of the hill that we are next to, and is then pumped down the hill. And before this was the plane crash site, you might have seen it as Site B from the Lost World Jurassic Park, and before that was the whimsical village of Hillville from The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. All that being said, it is well worth the effort whenever you are trying to capture something on this scale. While we head down to the While we head to the area, I thought we'd take a look behind the scenes with the men themselves, starting with production designer Rick Carter.
The airplane crash set is perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vehicle and speed.
When you put together, you sit down to talk about how we go. That's on what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. That's something. That's not even like the smells you're pushing. Okay? Sound close? Bobby, get in. Get in.
As we drive out the same path through the War of the Worlds, we're heading towards the set of Alfred Hitchcock's picture Psycho, directed in 1960. To your left down the hill, well, we'll actually be making a stop at the Bates Motel today, and over to your right-hand side is the original Psycho house. Now, the house itself started as only, you stands at about 10 feet tall, with the real Hollywood sign standing at about 40 feet tall on the other side of the mountain that we're currently driving by. So not only will you have the opportunity to pose with one of our glamour trams, props, and set pieces from some of your favorite movies, but also, well, a whole lot more. So once again, folks, now is a great time to gather up your personal belongings. Once you leave the tram, you will not be returning to the same tram. You'll be following the signs from our studio tour ambassadors, and you, okay, of course, please remember your 3D glasses. Now, once again, this is a limited time stop, so you'll only be here for a few short minutes, and then you'll be boarding another tram with a different guide. It's been so much fun hanging out with you folks. Thanks for taking this one.
Come on in, guys. Keep walking, please. Keep walking down this way. Hollywood sideline over here, guys. You guys please get in line if you're going to take photos. Psycho House this way. If you want to keep walking, tram pickup will be on the other side.
They're like, oh, guys.
Okay, everybody, welcome back aboard the World Famous Studio Tour. The sets of Academy Award-winning director Jordan Peele's newest sci-fi thriller, Nope. It stars Daniel Kaluuya, Kiki Palmer, Stephen Yeun, and Brendan Pereira. As we head on over there, well, let's hear a few words about Jordan Peele's own experiences with us here on the studio tour.
Owned by former child star Ricky Jupiter Park. Over there, look into the Winking Lab and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sharing. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? But a little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so violent. Anyway, behind this Hollywood, welcome to the world of Nope.
The ice tunnel where an avalanche could be triggered by the slightest sound, and it always was, meaning that the entire ice tunnel would spin and the tram itself would tilt and whirl. The entire Hollywood special effects taking over. But we are shifting our gears, folks. We're switching our lanes. Don't worry, you don't need your 3D glasses quite yet. All I need you to do is keep your eyes peeled for some of our Fast and Furious Tramily members. We are looking for Roman Pierce and Letty Ortiz. Let's see if anybody's home.
My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you, Sean, for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you. But to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here. So put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones.
Party's over. Everybody out. The FBI. Turn that music off.
This is what we doing. This is the race day after party. And where the other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move. Damn, that's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. I got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back. It was on vibrate. Shaw traced us. House can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
tram, only the time has come. Please secure your personal belongings, please do not use flash photography, and please no standing as we prepare to get fast and furious. Now get those 3D glasses on, let's ride.
Everybody hold on!
That's right, folks. That is exactly how we roll, right here on the World Famous Studio Tour. Congratulations on completing our grand finale, the Fast and Furious Supercharged. But with that being said, well, thanks for celebrating our 60th anniversary with us. And here to help us wrap things up for the day is the Master of Ceremonies for our 60th celebration, Jimmy Bell.
Over the past 6 decades, the Studio Tour has taken guests on an amazing behind-the-scenes look at a movie studio in a way that only Universal can. I hope that you had a great time today, and on behalf of everyone at NBC Universal, thank you for joining us to celebrate our diamond anniversary. Here's to another 60 years.
You know, our 60th anniversary is incredibly special to us, folks, because this is where it all began for Universal Parks Destination and Experiences. From just our studio tour to theme parks around the world and entertain millions of guests. Well, we can't forget where we came from. But of course, throughout the years, there's everybody who's made it happen. All of our drivers, all of our studio tour ambassadors, our guides throughout history, from our first 2 guides and drivers, all the way to everybody here in the park today. Well, the thing that makes it all possible is you folks. It's our audience. Because without you, the audience, we wouldn't have anybody to tell our stories to. So I just want to say thank you to everybody here today. It's been such a blast being your tour guide for this final act of the tour. Now, if you are one of our annual pass members, well, it's great to see you again, annual pass members. And if you're not yet an annual pass member, you can always become one by visiting one of our upgrade box offices or kiosks out in the park or on City Walk. If you're trying to locate those, well, check out our app, Universal Studios Hollywood, with all the latest and greatest information and updates about the theme park, including